Oh, what?
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, Sunday. Ah,
Yeah, it's come round again, and it's still staying nice. I can't believe it.
yeah,
The weather has been absolutely lovely.
So yeah, it's boiling out there. It's actually probably better to have the window shut than open because it's warmer outside than it is in this room.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, it's
So,
very, very warm out. It's absolutely lovely. I can't fault it.
So how's your week been?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty standard. I've done a few bits. We've got we've done the Fast and Furious Skyline and the Snoopy issues. So they should be on the channel this week.
Yeah.
But I've been spending a lot of time out in the weather because being in the UK, it's a bit like you have to catch it now because it can go very quickly. So
yeah. Same here. Just weather. Can't be out in it because it gives me heat stroke, but
Oh, right. Yeah. No, I've been out as much as I can trying to enjoy it. It's not much more I can say about it. It's been really nice.
Yeah. Right. Right. We'll go on to news.
Yes.
So, earlier in the week, the John Wick car has now gone live on Fanhome. So we can have a little bit more of a look at it now, and I don't have to try and understand Spanish or Italian or whatever.
I'm quite surprised actually. What was offered in Spain and obviously in France as well is the same we're getting here. So, though there is slight differences because one of the free gifts is a hoodie, but I think it's a early subscription gift. The hoodie is.
Yeah. So here it is. Yeah. For a limited time only, subscribe today and receive this John Wick hoodie available only at Fanhome, free with package 8. We've got some information on the car. So the 1969 Ford Mustang is more than just a car. It's an iconic of golden age of American muscle cars in the film John Wick 2014. It is a treasured possession of the hero John Wick and represents not only his life and memories, but also his unstoppable spirit. Still need to see the films.
They're very good.
So this beautiful model faithfully reproduces all the details of the legendary car, such as its powerful engine, stylish lines, and rear spoiler. Made from high-quality materials, the metal and injection molded plastic parts of the model are painted and ready to assemble. So that's a little bit of information on it. Got the normal picture.
Yeah.
Specifications, detailed and faithful replica of the movie car. Reproduces the unmistakable roar of the Mustang's V8 engine. The steering wheel turns the wheels. Includes the distinctive rear spoiler. Doors and windows have openings and closing mechanisms. working headlights, brake lights, and turn signals. Obviously made out of die-cast and injection molded ABS. And the remote control is included in the collection. So another remote controlled vehicle.
Lovely.
So we've got the 360 view of the vehicle. There we go.
Nice.
And then we've got the pictures.
Some close-up ones there of the interior, which is really nice.
Yeah. Nice bit of wood in there.
Yeah, the old walnut dash.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, the walnut dash always reminds me of the Rovers. Do you remember Rover?
Yes.
They always used to have, they were famous for like having this walnut sort of lining going through the cars.
So a Jaguar.
Yeah.
How it works. The free gifts, keyring, John Wick mug, license plate, and 3 posters.
Yeah.
So there we go. Extra free gift for PayPal subscribers, the John Wick Ford Mustang 143 miniature. And then premium is a nice display base to go with it. So
yeah, £1 an issue, isn't it? £1 an issue, yeah, £1 an extra issue. So
we've got high quality slip cases.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We've got the slip cases. So there we
We've
go.
got them. We've got the slip cases.
And then obviously how the assembly works and everything. So
what's it? 110 issues, yeah.
I think so. Yes.
It's at the top there. So I think it's at the top. That keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it say it at the top there? There we go. There.
110 assembly stages.
Yeah, the cars seem to be now like 110, don't they? 110, 120 is like a standard number now.
Yeah.
For a car build.
And actually, in this one, they've actually said you will receive slip cases with assembly stages 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So there we go. They've actually said them.
Brilliant.
So there we have the John Wick car. So,
lovely.
Very nice. Right. I've got one more to show. And this is in Japan. Not saying it might not come over, but it's in Japan. You have to bear with the website because Chrome has translated some of it, but not all of it. Okay. Mazda RX-7.
Yep.
This looks nice. So this is in Japan. Like I said, they have sort of translated some of it, but yeah.
Yeah, some words aren't translatable. It's
yes.
the way it is in some languages.
So 1/8 scale. The third was released in Mazda in December 1991 to accommodate the end of production. So yeah, it's I mean, it does look nice.
It looks nice if that's what you're interested. It's you know, that would look very like it wouldn't look out of place next to your Fast and Furious collection if they brought it over here.
Yeah. So I've got like the engine features, doors, and everything else like that. The rotary engine is also precisely reproduced.
Lovely.
That I can't understand that. Bits in the magazine does have the things of what the issues are going to be though, which yeah, that
up
does
to issue 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't understand what that's saying.
I've got a funny feeling that is a plaque of the rotary engine.
Right.
Okay. If you know what a rotary engine is, it's that design there. It's like a triangle.
And then I think that's a premium to get a display case with it.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what that's to do with, but yeah. I'm not sure, but there we go. I just noticed that on Facebook and just thought I'd show it anyway. Whether it comes to the UK or the US, I have no idea. But I did use.
Yeah, we're getting we are getting a lot of these Japanese Partworks now, so there's a high possibility this one will turn up at some point with some company. It's the Agostini, so it probably will turn up.
So I don't think that would come under Fan Home. That would definitely come under D'Agostini.
Will do, yeah.
As well.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. That's all I've.
That's all the news.
All there is, apart from we do know one coming, because obviously Wayne was in Germany, and that is Michael Schumacher's Ferrari.
Yeah, we know that. So it seems to be pushing out a lot of the F1 cars at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, on Wayne's video, he was in Barcelona for the launch event, and obviously one of them was the Michael Schumacher's red Ferrari.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah.
If you like Ferrari and you know Schumacher is in your era of watching it, then definitely, yeah.
That's the Formula One racing that I was used to watch.
Yeah.
So I don't watch obviously now, but when I did used to watch it, that was the cars that I was watching.
Yeah, and obviously the Red Bull one is obviously sold out, so I would imagine this one is probably going to be the same. So you have to get on this one quick when it comes out.
So we will talk about the Red Bull one. So sold out.
Yep. Yeah, I did try and find out some info. It has now sold out for the UK. I think it's still available in the USA. But I don't think it's as big over there that it is here. But it has sold out here. There's no time scale on when it's going to come back. So it may do, it may not. If it does come back, it won't be for the next couple of months, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And if it does come back, it will probably be under a pre-order.
But I remember the Skyline was the same, though, when that first came out. That sold out pretty quickly, didn't it? And that took a few months to come back before people could pre-order it again. Yeah.
So, and I think there's like a 4 or 5 month gap between the two, which will probably happen at this if they release it again. But we have seen ones sold out before and then they haven't sort of materialized again for a long time. No. So there's a high possibility. If you've grabbed one, brilliant. If you haven't, fingers crossed. That's all I can say.
Grabbed one, you were one of the lucky ones that got there.
Yeah, that was very, very, very popular.
Yeah. So that's the news on the Red Bull. Whether we see it back in stock.
Yeah, we saw some also nice shots on Wayne's video of the Supra as well. That looks really nice. I'm sure anyone who's got that one will be very happy with it.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Looks the bee's knees, as they say. And the other stuff that he showed there, the Red Bull as well, looked really good, and the John Wick car. So they all look really nice. So yeah.
Very nice. So we've got some nice vehicles coming up.
I know some people are sort of not another vehicle, but as we've spoken about it before, it's their bread and butter. It's what sells, and you can tell that from the Red Bull selling out so quick.
Yeah.
And how popular the Supra has been, because if you go on the Facebook chat, you can see how many people have signed up and sort of grabbing that one. So
crazy. I mean, to tell you the truth, check out the companies every day, because the websites just change, and I'm like, you didn't realise that the John Wick car had gone live, Kevin. I checked it.
I was.
I messaged you. I'm like, it's on Fan Home.
Yeah, I was out at the time, and you messaged and went, "Oh, the John Wick car's out," and I was like, "Is it? That's okay." I looked and it was, yeah. So. Yeah, thanks for the heads up there, Mark. Yeah, I do check it, not every day, I do admit. I check it every other day. But you reminded me on that one.
I check them every day just for this show, just to make sure that we've got all the
info up to everything up to date and everything that we can talk about.
I'm always checking, and I'm always checking if something appears in the shops from Hachette, is it a trial or is it not a trial?
Yeah.
So,
Did your that was the thing I was going to ask. Has your bits arrived from Amazon?
which bits?
It begins with a K.
It might have done.
Right.
It might be in my background.
I was going to say I've been checking it out. I can't. Right. Okay. I wonder if anyone else has seen it.
It might be in my background. So, yeah. I mean, it's going to be in the background all on next week's videos. Probably going to be in the background for probably the rest of my channel's lifetime.
Right. Brilliant.
So, yeah. Now everybody's looking in the background, going, "What could it be?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will go through chat, and then we'll see if anybody gets it.
Okay. That sounds like a good thing.
Yeah. Okay. So 2:37 yesterday afternoon, we've got Steve 131 with afternoon all. So afternoon, Steve.
Afternoon, Steve.
And then at 4:28, we've got D Harris with a good evening, Mark and Kev. So good evening, D.
Hi, D.
And then at 7:57, we've got Howard Dash Riptide, who says, "Howdy do a day soon." So good evening, Howard.
Hi, Howard.
Okay. And then at 9:45 this morning, we've got Kevin and Mary saying, "Morning all, what a beautiful start to the day."
Yes, yes. It's been hot all day today. It's been lovely.
Yeah. Then I can go now to the comments that they've decided to show. We've got Spider Sprue who says, "Hello, Mark, and now Pop, hello, Kev." So good evening, Spider Sprue. Welcome.
Hi, Spider Sprue.
Then we've got Will's Workshop who says, "Mixing it up with an evening all on Alexa's side first." On Kev's side first. Why did I say that? Mixing it up with an evening all on Kev's side first, and
Hi, Will.
a good evening on Mark's side. Hit those like buttons. Yes, please. Hi, Will. Thank you. It's the heat. This is what heat does to me.
This is what it does, Chap.
This is why I get sunstruck, because it just burns my mind. So I do not know why I said Alexa then. Don't let that thing go off either. Okay, no. What D Harris says, "And a good evening all on Kev's side." So good evening.
Hi, D. Evening.
Got Andy Carroll who says, "Hello, Mark. Hello, Kev. Hope your week was okay. Hello to everyone in chat too." So good evening, Andy. Welcome.
Welcome, Andy.
And then back from his holidays, we've got Ian Campbell who says, "Hi, Ian. Welcome."
Hi, Ian. Welcome. Nice to see you back.
Yeah. And then we've got Amber M who says, "Hi, all. Happy Sunday. Another week down." Yeah.
It is indeed. Hi, Amber.
Hi, Amber. Welcome. And then we've got Dave Matt Builds who says, "Good evening, Mark and Kev. It's Sunday night again. Have a great stream." Thank you, Dave Matt, and welcome.
Cheers, Dave.
Then we've got David Hawley who says, "A very good evening, Kev and Mark and everyone." So good evening, David. Welcome.
Hi, David. Welcome.
And then David says, "I have ordered the Toyota Supra. It should be here the end of the week. Next week, that is, LOL."
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's not
that's a quick one. Quick turnaround.
Yeah. Yeah, well, so is the John Wick as well. I noticed we were talking about this actually when you messaged and went the John Wick class, and I said it's not on a pre-order. That's the second. That's the second build to go live where it's just gone straight live. It hasn't gone on to a pre-order.
I wonder if Fanhome are stopping doing the pre-orders, so that like before a website goes live and somebody hacks into the system and finds the website.
Yeah.
So they're just doing right. What just goes a full run.
Yeah.
Possibly.
It could be. Yeah, possibly.
Not whistleblowers or something from information getting leaked.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, could be. We've got Jeff Lighting who says, "A very good evening, guys." Good evening, Jeff. Welcome.
Hi, Jeff. Welcome.
And then we've got Dylan's Denner Models who says, "Good evening, everyone." Good evening, Dylan. Welcome.
Hi, Dylan. Welcome.
And we've got Scott Duggan who says, "Evening all. Hope you all had a good weekend." Yeah,
good.
Recording like nobody's business over the weekend. And then we've got Steve 131 who's watching. So good evening, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
And then we've got Kevin and Mary who say, "Hi, everyone." Good evening, Kevin and Mary. Welcome.
Welcome again.
And then we've got Ian Campbell says, "All right, Mark, Kev, have a good stream, chaps."
We will. Thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Ian. And then Willsworth, Mark, you are very quiet. Am I quiet?
You don't sound quiet.
I do have a fan on. That's blowing onto my face at the moment to cool me.
Right, okay. I can hear you perfect. There's no. You haven't got your thingy on.
No, because it's just too hot.
Right, okay.
It's aware then that I get really overheated. Yesterday I was doing, what build was I doing? I was doing something and I was just overheating. So yeah,
I've got. I know when you're working with the studio lights, especially here, it heats up really quickly. So I got myself one of these.
Yeah.
Hang on, it's charging at the moment.
Right.
The old portable bladeless fan. It's quite good actually. It's really powerful.
I've just got one of these USB things in front of me.
Yeah, sort of sit it. It's quite good. I sit there while I'm building away.
Yeah. So that might be why my volume's a little bit low then, because I'm using the snowball microphone.
Right, it cancels out.
Yeah, so that might be why.
Yeah.
I've read that one. We've got Stephen Haynes Models who says hi, Mark and Kev. So good evening, Stephen. Welcome.
Hi, Stephen. Welcome.
And Dylan Center Model says, evening, Mark. So Hello Kitty or John Wick? Neither.
No.
That's a pretty easy question. I've never seen the John Wick films, but I'm very tempted to go buy the DVDs after this live stream and watch them. And Hello Kitty, you have got to be joking me.
The John Wick films are really good, but the car it's just a car, if you know what I mean. There's nothing pulling me towards it. So I've already got obviously the Charger.
Yeah.
And they've done Mustangs before, so I'm not rushing out, if you know what I mean.
Depends how much of a fan you are of the car. I think that's a lot about a lot of vehicles. It depends if you're a fan of that vehicle. If you really are a massive fan of it, then you'll go out and buy it.
And the film as well. You have to be. I would imagine you have to really like the film as well, not just the car.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think if it perks your interest, then go for it. But I mean, I've said this before. I only do builds that I'm really into and mean something on the channel. I don't do things because it's there, if you know what I mean.
Everything that I'm quite into a lot of stuff. So everything that I've done so far and that Fan Home provided for me, I've liked. You know, I'm a massive Transformer fan, massive RoboCop fan, massive Power Rangers fan, as you know, Mark. So and Star Trek as well and everything. So at the moment, it's all tick, 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 tick.
The only one I would do if I could afford it would be the Megazord. That's the only one I'm doing that I'm not sorry. The only one I'm not doing that I would go. Yeah, because I remember when the TV series came out. So that's the only one. But now the Megazord, you can only get it as a full pack anyway. You can't get it on a subscription.
Well, they are bringing out new toy. It's funny. It's funny what we're talking about. Power Rangers. They've just had a new licensing deal with Playmates, the toy company, and they're bringing out loads of toys to do with the original series and the original film. And one of them is the Megazord, and you can buy the pieces individually and stick them all together.
Right.
And I don't think it's as big, but it's still quite big.
Yeah.
And they're quite reasonable. I think the figures and the Zords are going for like 10, 12 quid. So they're quite reasonable. And they're all due to come out. They're also re-digitizing the original series. The original series was in standard def, and they've never re-released it. Apparently, they're HD in it. They're bringing it out as HD, so they're sort of updating it, a bit like they did with the Star Trek original series, Next Generation. They're doing that with the original Power Rangers series.
Yeah, I just don't have the money to go get the full kit. I literally don't have the money at all. So
it's a shame that they stopped it being a monthly subscription over a full build. So
yeah, Will's Workshop says, nice looking car, but not one I'm too enthused about. Next for me will be the Supra. Yeah. So
that was that's been popular as well. So
I think you've got to be into a vehicle that you're really a big fan of, or you're a fan of the film. So, like we said, we only ever really build what we're into. So it's like why I'm doing the Darth. I said no to the Darth Vader originally, but then I'm like, well, I'm biggest fan of Star Wars. I'm gonna have to do. I want to do it, so I found a way to do it. So yeah. Dylan's Model says, I'm already signed up for the John Wick Mustang. Can't wait. There we go.
Brilliant.
And he's doing the Eleanor as well, so they will go nice together.
Yeah, they look very similar.
So he also says, give me an old Mustang above the Supra any day, but that's just my preference.
Yeah, some people, like I was saying, just like the Mustangs. I don't think it's the last Mustang we're going to get. They did in France, if you remember, they did do a test build of a 2020 Ford Mustang, which was where we were talking about it ages ago when it was on a test. So I think that one may come out as well.
Yeah.
But they obviously have some deal with Ford and Mustangs and stuff. So
yeah. So I'm not a big Mustang fan. But you see, my boys, my youngest is into what you would call muscle, American muscle, and my eldest is into import. So it's like having Fast and Furious in the house when them two get arguing about stuff.
Yeah.
So
no, it's
how that worked out.
Yeah. I mean, Kirsty did the original. They did do an original Mustang, the GT 500, I think it was. D'Agostini did it, and Kirsty built that, and then they done the Super Snake, wasn't it? I think Agora did. So there is quite a lot of Mustangs about.
Yeah, I'm just not a big Mustang fan. So
yeah, I think they have very similar engines. I mean, I don't think there's different in the body, and it's either there's obviously either little bits on the body and the interior that are only different, really.
Yeah.
They've all got the similar shape. So
yeah. We've got Steve Edmonds in who says hello all. So good evening, Steve. Welcome.
Hi, Steve. Welcome.
And Will's Workshop. Is it more Hello Kitty? LOL. And then we've got John's Model Making in who says, good evening, Partwork geeks and all in chat. So good evening, John. Welcome.
Hi, John. Welcome.
And then we've got Jason at Cadnola Builds in saying hello all. Good evening, Jason. Welcome.
Jason, welcome.
Then we've got David Hawley says, all in chat, please hit the thumbs up button to help the channel and show your support for the guys. Yes, please.
Definitely. Yes, please.
Yes, helps the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah. John's Model Making is saying Red Bull is on its way and it looks brilliant. So he was one of the lucky ones to get it.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So I would do it if I was back into Formula One when I was watching it, maybe.
Yeah.
But I would lean more towards the Michael Schumacher Formula One car because that's the Formula One I remember watching. So
yeah.
Spider Screw says the Red Bull is still available in Germany.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just sold out in the UK. It just flew off.
Yeah. And then Steve131 says, do you get the dog with the John Wick car? I don't get that reference.
Ah, right. Yeah, he has a dog in the film. I reckon you could probably get one at that size, or you could get a 3D printed one from somewhere easily.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give it to Will. Kick you over Mark's right shoulder. I got a channel mascot. There we go.
Yay.
For everybody that's gone on about the Hello Kitty, I thought, right, if you can't beat them, join them. So,
join
yes,
them.
I went out and bought a channel mascot. Problem is, you're going to have to do the same now, Kev.
Oh, okay. there are other Hello Kitty characters. Maybe I should get a different character.
Yeah.
I've got loads of things here. I've got Space Homer up there. Space Homer. Do you remember Space Homer?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's sitting there. I might have him. I've got loads of stuff. Got Alien as well.
There you go. You need a Hello Kitty now.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look for a Funko Pop.
That is that's actually die-cast metal though.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I'm going to keep it in this box, and it can be in the background of my videos and when I'm doing this camera and the live stream. So I'm keeping it there. It's going to be a little mascot. There we go. So can't beat them, join them. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. D says, "Where Kitty?" Dave Matt Bill says it's 23 degrees here in Rainchester.
Yeah, it's saying
it's going to be
on my phone. It's got 20.
Yeah, it's going to be hotter tomorrow apparently.
Yeah, apparently all this week it's going to get hotter and hotter. Yeah, again. Yeah. Lovely.
Yeah. D says beside airbrush. Well, it's on top of the spray booth. So there. So I made sure it was in sight, and it's the only pink thing in that area. It's probably the only pink thing in this room, actually. So,
people have to spot it now on your videos.
All next week you see it. I made all next week you will see the Hello Kitty in the background when I'm to this camera. So there we go.
Brilliant.
We've got Sprue and Gluing who says, "Hi Mark, Stroke Nexus and chat. Anyone going to be getting the Japanese Zero? So is that the Agora one?"
Yeah, I noticed there was a couple of things that Agora posted over this week. It looks like they're redoing. So that's the Terminator.
Yes, I saw that.
And the Zero.
Yeah.
I've seen adverts for them on Facebook, which literally in the last couple of days. So it looks like they're pushing them again.
So they're relaunching them.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Because that's what Eagle Moss used to do, didn't they? They used to do relaunches of the collections. So if you didn't get it the first time around, you could get it the second time around.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're relaunching them, which is, I mean, that's good that they're doing that, so people get a second chance to do it.
Well, when the Terminator, that was one of the old Partworks we did years ago.
That was originally Hachette because you could get that in the shops.
Yeah, I did mine from the shops. Yeah. And
then people in the US wanted the Terminator, so Agora got the thing, and so they could ship it, and so
I don't think they offered the blood. Did they offer the gun? I can't remember.
No, I don't think they did.
I was going to say I don't think they offered.
No, they did. They did.
Oh, they did.
They did offer it. I remember now, but you had to buy it separately. So with Hachette, the gun, the blaster was a gift, a free gift.
Yeah, it was a subscription gift. Yeah.
And people wanted the blaster when Agora took it over. So if you were subscribed to the build, you could go to a link to buy it.
That's right.
Only people subscribed to the build, though.
Yeah.
And it was about 30 quid or something. So
yeah, it wasn't massively expensive.
No, but yeah, I remember them doing it that way.
Yeah.
Andy Carroll says it's a 470 ohms and it's R14 on the board. I don't know what that is, Andy. I'm not sure on that one. You'll have to
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't remember.
It might be the is weather.
Yeah.
Kevin and Mary say we had some rain in South Wales, but it's sunny again. Yeah. Yeah,
I think there is some rain coming to that side, but because I live, near London, it doesn't we never get that sort of stuff. So
no. Will's Workshop says, I've turned the stream up, but you're quiet compared to Kev. There we go. That might be better.
Is that better? You're coming through all right. Is anybody else? Can anybody else have a? Is anybody else having an issue? Yeah.
Okay. It might be this fan. that's so my voice isn't traveling as far as it normally would.
Yeah.
Spider Sprue says, does the RX-7 come in Hello Kitty colours? Hey, if you want to customize it, go for it. But no way.
I'm pretty sure that someone must have done some decals for their one, because it's quite a popular thing, so in Japan. So
yeah. D says volume spot on. Yeah, I don't understand that then.
Yeah.
And Jeff Light said audio is perfect. Okay.
Brilliant.
Something's not agreeing on Will's computer then. I don't know.
Yeah, I know Google and that have had an update, haven't they? Some computers have had an update. Maybe it's that.
Steve131 says John Wick great films, but just how many people can you kill and get beat up? Oh, so it's one of them, is it?
Yeah, it's sort of Deadpool style. Like, did you see the Deadpool films?
Yeah,
it's quite like that.
Comedy.
It's more of an action thing, but there's lots of like.
It's a bit like Die Hard, then.
Killing and stuff like that. Yeah.
Die Hard style.
Yeah, but over the top.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
We've got Chef Orkin who says, "Evening, everyone. Good evening, Chef Ork. Welcome."
Hi, Chef Ork.
John's Mole making no spoilers, but the death count in the John Wick films is on the scale of Custer's Last Stand. I didn't see that one either.
Oh.
So I'm not doing great here, am I? You know, I'll tell you what, Kevin, I'll show a picture of our DVD collection and you'll think, how the heck has you haven't watched any of these films? Because I must be watching some films that,
Oh, I love the DVD. And so I've got, well, let's just put it this way, I could probably open a store of blockbusters. I've got so many.
We've got Daz Faulkner in who says, how do everyone? Good evening, Daz. Welcome.
Hi, Daz.
Will's Workshop says, would like the 2020 Mustang. I would possibly try converting it to a 2008 Night Industries 3000 kit. Wow.
Yeah, when they rebooted it, they did use a Mustang, but I don't know if it was the 2020 one. It was a lot. I mean, I think it came. I can't remember now. I've even got the series upstairs. But yeah, it's close, very close to it. I think.
Yeah.
They used the Mustang as kit in that series.
Yeah. Steve131 says ZZ Top Eliminator would be great, would be good. And David Holly says, that's it now, Mark. You are well and truly hooked. Knew you would, LOL. No, I am not buying any more. I bought one to please people.
Inundated with them now.
Yeah. So there we go. Not anymore. That's it. Okay?
That's it.
Yeah. Will's Workshop says Mark's Hello Kitty collection has begun. LOL. No, I'm not getting any more. That's it. Okay, I can say I've got a Hello Kitty.
No, that's it.
Dave McBill says we've got rain tomorrow. LOL.
Well, for us, I don't know for you, Mark, but I don't know. Sometimes they go, it's going to rain, but we never get anything. So,
how many times every year do we say that we're in for an Indian heat wave this year?
Yeah, well, it's not that. It's when they go, oh, it's going to snow, and you go, oh, brilliant, and then you look outside. It's like, where's this snow then? Everyone's saying we're getting this snow. It never happens.
Got Sonic Boomin who says my favourite F1 cars were the Hakkinen and Coulthard McLaren cars era 97 to 2000. I remember them. I remember them because they were very famous for having an extra pedal in them. I can't remember what the extra pedal did, but it was something that, and they had to remove it, I think, in the end.
Yeah.
The McLarens were winning every race. And they're like, how is this even possible? So, yeah, I can't remember what the pedal did, but yeah, I do remember them. So, yeah, I agree with Sonic Boom there. Yeah, the Hakkinen and Coulthard McLarens were good. John's Model Making says the Zero is a brilliant build. Mine is still working 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing with the Zero build is a lot of people had difficulties with the radial engine.
Yes.
So I think that's one of the things that would probably put me off from doing it would be that radial engine.
Yeah, it also came out when the Spitfire did, didn't it?
Yeah.
As well.
It was a bit after the Spitfire, actually. So, but it was Agora's first aircraft build.
It was, yes.
Yeah. We've got Sonic Boom saying hello. So good evening, Sonic Boom. And Spice Bruce says, I'm doing the Terminator with Hachette Germany, but it has gone from the site now, so I was lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, they reissued it, didn't they? But they just haven't. Obviously, Agora have now, but they didn't reissue it over here. But they did I do believe they did in France and in Germany.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a good build. Is the Terminator? I enjoyed building mine.
Yeah, mine still works. It still functions.
The only thing I was a bit disappointed in is how it sits on the stand. It looks like it's been hung. Yeah,
it sort of hangs there. Also, as well, I would say the remote was a letdown because it just doesn't charge. I know there's a little knack that you can do, but yeah, it's still a bit of a pain, that.
Yeah. David Hawley says, admit it, Mark, you love Kitty. We will see where it goes. It's not going anywhere. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Dave Matt Bill says I wouldn't agree with the weatherman if night was dark and day was light. They get everything wrong. Yeah.
It's hard to predict. It's hard.
Yeah. Spice Bruce says I was also lucky getting the mods from Ian for the Terminator. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's quite a few mods out for it because it's quite an old build, but there's a finger mod and I do believe there's a wrist mod as well, isn't there? There's quite a few little mods like that for it.
Teeth mod, eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was quite a few for that build. And then a lot of people also modded the base, so they added extra skulls and all sorts.
Yes. Yeah, and they weathered it, and yeah, they did add a few extra bits to that. But there was quite at one point there was also clips, weren't there, for the gun, so you could actually have it, so you could hold it properly and stuff like that. Yeah.
Ian did a load of mods for it as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Pelvic fix and all the bits, and but it was a model that was heavily modded.
Yeah, it's very, very. If you're building it, it's very, very top heavy. There's sort of no support or weight in the bottom of that model. It's all torso.
I think one of the only things that was a bit wrong with it was having the separate power in the base and the separate power in the head.
Yes.
Like the Enterprise D, is you've got to go around all the switches and switch it on.
Yeah, you have to take the base, the back of the head off to switch it on. There's actually you have to push a button. You have to hold a button down for the eyes to flash for it to sync.
Yeah,
but the base works separately to the actual thing. So yeah.
Yeah. So, D Harris says DVD collection being cut. Don't know about 150 horrors. Went to one daughter, comedies to the other, and a box set sent to young Mark. Leaves me with about 250 then box sets. Wowdy.
Yeah, I've got lots, and the only reason I did it because I was doing a thing on the channel, weren't I, Mark? I haven't. Do you know what? I really should bring that back. Where I was exploring.
Digital versus hard copy.
Yeah, because I should really bring that back because there's a lot of stuff where you can't get it anywhere.
No,
it's not available on digital. It's not available on any streaming sites, and the only way you can get it is through a hard copy. So there's a lot of stuff I have where it's not available anywhere.
No,
it's only hard copy stuff. So that's another reason why I tend to do a lot of collecting on the DVD side.
Yeah, I'm the same. I prefer DVD.
Yeah, Short Circuit. That's another one we did on the channel bit there at the time. Short Circuit was one where you can't. I only looked on a few stores, but you couldn't actually buy it as a digital. And Short Circuit isn't available on any streaming site. I don't think it's still available on any streaming site. But Short Circuit 2 is.
Oh.
But the first one, no, you can. I've only been able to see it like through a hard copy.
Yeah. So I don't know. I prefer hard copy.
Yeah,
I think that might be a generational thing though, because we remember going out and buying DVDs or VHSs to keep. Where now, like my sons, they're more into the digital copies. So.
Yeah, well, years ago when I collected my Star Trek VHSs, I used to collect Star Trek VHSs. Do you remember when Blockbusters, they used to sell off X rentals?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I loved it because when they done their Star Trek, for some reason, so like a normal Star Trek VHS used to just have 2 episodes on.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the Blockbusters VHS Star Trek had 4 episodes on.
Right.
So I used to love buying the X rental ones because they had more episodes on.
Yeah.
So it meant I only spent 1 bit of money instead of 2. It sort of split up. But I used to. I don't know reviewer, but I used to buy a lot of X rental because they used to sell them off, didn't they?
Yes.
So I used to buy quite a few of the X rental VHSs back in the day.
So yeah, I definitely think it's our generation.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
John's Model Making says the Zero's radial engine is challenging, but the result is awesome. Yeah. It does look nice once it's done. It's just that challenge of doing that radial engine.
Yeah, there's a few challenging bits. I would say I want to keep away from it, but the Lancaster, I will say that looks very challenging. The DeLorean engine, that's another one.
Just got us next set of 4 issues. We're doing the 4th engine.
I know, yeah. I've seen a lot of people and they've already tested it and they said it's as bad as the other ones. I don't want to get too much into it, but it's all sort of kicking off again.
Yeah, it never ends.
No.
Will's Workshop said the extra brake pedal targeted a single wheel and gave drivers greater control during corners, worth nearly 0.5 seconds per lap.
But it was enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just remember the extra pedal scandal and they had to remove it because
they worked around it, didn't they? They worked around a certain thing and then they found out. I remember.
Yeah. Dave McBuild says, I had 3,000 DVDs and a majority of them went to the charity shop. I only kept the box sets from the 70s TV series. Yeah, there's
another.
A lot of charity shops now are not accepting DVDs.
No, they've been inundated. Also, another reason why I collect DVDs is because lots of digital stuff now is edited. So they either don't play an episode of a TV show or they edit the bits out.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the DVD, you get the full thing.
Yeah.
So on some TV shows on Netflix and I think it was Paramount Plus and Disney Plus, they have like the full. They have a series, but they'll miss out 1 episode. So if you watch South Park, so I have South Park on DVD. There's about 6 or 7 episodes out of the whole series that they haven't got on digital. They're called banned episodes. Don't know why, but on the DVD you have them.
Yeah,
and it's the same thing. And they cut out a lot of bits on if you watch Only Fools and Horses. There's a lot. They edit out a lot of bits in Only Fools and Horses now. Yeah, on the DVD you get the full thing.
I've got the DVD.
Yeah.
I got the box set for Christmas one year. So
yeah. but if you watch it on TV or you have it or you watch it digitally, they edit out stuff.
Yeah.
So, and they do it on films as well. So,
so DVD is always better.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. John's model making is saying good evening, all.
Oh, you already put that?
I don't know. Am I experiencing time travel again?
Might be. I don't know.
I've already done time travel this week. Okay.
Yeah, through DPD. Yeah.
Yeah. D says, well, the customary good night, Mark and Kev. Until next week. Kev, see you tomorrow night.
Yes, see you tomorrow night.
And Steve Edmonds says, a big reason for not streaming films and TV are the lack of rights to the stream music.
That is right. Yeah. So that's another thing as well, I've got to say. So some of the theme songs to some shows have changed due to that licensing thing. Yeah, on the original DVD, you get the original theme song. But when you stream it online, they either cut the theme song out or they change it.
Yeah.
It's always worth. Physical's always better.
The thing about it is you've got to be so careful with things now.
It's
like we have the 8-second rule that you can play something for 8 seconds or less.
Yeah.
And you won't get copyrighted on it.
That's right.
And that does actually work because I've got certain music that I've used or sounds that I've used that are less than 8 seconds and I don't get copyrighted on them.
Yeah.
I mean, copyright originally was put in to protect people for people to be more creative, and it's just gone completely crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Dave Bill says, another great stream, guys. See you through the week. Okay, thank you, Dave Mac.
Cheers, Dave Mac.
And that's it for chat. I am caught up.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Everyone's enjoying the sun. Everyone's having a drink.
Must be.
I don't blame them, really. It's been absolutely wonderful. I went. So yesterday, my dad contacted me and said, "Do you want to come out for a pub lunch?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." I was only supposed to be down there, 11:30 till about 1 o'clock. Yeah, 5 p.m. we were still there. So
yeah.
Enjoying the weather, mate. Enjoy the weather.
Yeah, you gotta
enjoy
it. Will's Workshop says, found it funny with Top Gear on Dave. They could not use the A-Team theme, and in one episode, James May is humming it when on BBC it would have been A-Team. LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's crazy what you can get away with and what you can't.
Yeah. Yeah. And all these people that get cancelled and all these other stuff that happen, it's always worth to have that sort of physical media because it can just disappear. There's a lot of stuff in my collection where you just can't see it anywhere. The only place you can get it, and you can tell that because when you look up the DVDs, they shoot up in price. Yeah. So,
I mean, it could be that bad on copyright. I could say be playing something on that laptop over there, and the creator would say, "Well, you're stealing my thing," and whack me with the copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone mad.
Crazy. Yeah, it's mad. It's gone mad.
Spider Sprue says, great stream, guys. Good night, all. Good night, Spider. Thank you.
Good night, Spider Sprue.
And David Hawley says, cracking stream again, guys. See you during the week with the Bills. Cheers, guys. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. Brilliant.
And that is it. I'm caught up with chat again. So anything coming this week for you, Kev?
Yeah, just Snoopy, obviously Dalek and Tumblr and Skyline. I am due this week RoboCop and Optimus Prime. So whenever they turn up, they may be on the channel as well. So
mine is normal videos, normal days. Some days might be a U96, some days might not be. I've only recorded 2 this weekend, so I haven't been really chance to do anymore. Really.
Yeah. Are you doubling up the videos again?
I don't know. I might do, might not do. There'll definitely be a double on Thursday. But whether I'm doing 2 videos a day depends on how much I can get recorded, because, like I said, it's been so hot to record.
Yeah. Are you up to date with everything now then?
Oh yeah, well, apart from I've still got some more U96 to build, but yeah, I'm getting there. So there's no rush. There's not a race.
No, it's right.
Yeah. Will's Workshop says Bond is only free for streaming at certain times of the year, so I have all on DVD.
Yeah.
So to have them all. Yeah. This is a new one. Damien Castillo, did you see what John Cena did to R-Truth on the Backlash post?
I did, yeah. You put him through the table. Yeah, I saw that.
Right. You have to tell me after, Kev, what that's all about.
Wrestling, WWE.
And Kevin and Mary say night, everyone. So good night, Kevin and Mary.
Night, Kevin and Mary.
So I think we'll end it there then.
Yeah. Go out and enjoy the weather, because it's lovely.
So thank you everybody for coming. Thank you everybody for your comments as normal. We'll be back. We may be melted, but we'll be back same place, same time next week.
Yeah.
So just leaves me to say I've been Mark.
And I've been Kev.
And we'll catch you all next week, guys. Bye.
Good night, guys.
Bye.